Hello, beautiful boys and gals. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. Hello, Hunter. Are you ready?
Yeah, you give me every time. Hello, let's go, guys.
Let's get into it. Hope you guys all enjoy. And one of the more heated indirect back and forth we saw this past week was also involving the very serious situation, the ongoing investigations around Sinatraa, of which we saw a lot of people speak out, and rightfully so, ever since those accusations did surface, one of whom was actually Defran, taking to Twitch as well as to Twitter with multiple tweets and multiple speeches towards this, actually prompting a response from Pokimane about this in another viral clip, stressing her concern about his take, and then kind of prompting another response from Defran. We covered this in a video. They're back and forth, obviously coming from two pretty different sides in a very serious issue.
Yeah, I'm low-key scared to talk about these kinds of things because, I mean, A, it's a sensitive topic, right? Don't need to gloss over that. But B, it's Pokey and Defran. I'm sorry. We've been mispronouncing words all day today. It's so hard.
Ludwig. But you're right? You have very polarizing characters, especially with the stance Defran took. I've said it time and time again. I don't see eye to eye with the way he, talked about this, but his core message was still there. And then to your point, Pokimane certainly, has been under fire for any take she ever takes online. So it's two characters that ironically are going back and forth.
Right, like
if
you come out and you're like, oh yeah, Pokey was totally right about this one, then like, yeah, maybe, but also then the entire internet might hate you for some reason.
Yeah.
And come out of the woodworks on it. And so it's hard to really make an opinion on it, I would say. But interesting to see, I would never in a million years think that those two would be beefing.
I mean, obviously no one really foresaw this serious of a situation, but let alone we're not even however many months into 2021, and of all people out there, it's Pokimane and Defran going back and forth. If you guys want to check out the solo video and give your own thoughts on that one. But yeah, beef and banter does continue and never will stop in gaming. Ooh, a very interesting topic, something we have seen across many esports, and OpTic fans and some FaZe fans alike may be agreeing on this one. I'm sure you saw it, lasting nearly a full day, was Call of Duty League themselves tweeting 9 minutes of private comms between, private's a loose term in this case because they have the Astro Gaming listen-ins, 9 minutes of comms between Atlanta FaZe and OpTic Chicago, and Scump and Dash, many OpTic figures and FaZe figures out there. Not too happy about it.
No, I remember we were in the office when it got posted to Twitter and just live seeing the reactions of, the OpTic members being like,
no shot.
No, what? Wait, what? And the fact that they had no idea that this was happening, and then suddenly they just have their whole things quote unquote leaked, but
Yeah, it's kind of it's a loose term, especially because COD League does have these listen-ins, but we've never seen 9 minutes straight of player trash talk that is clearly private trash talk to hype the teammate up. If me and you were 2v2ing, another team out there, I'd be like, these guys freaking suck. I would say things that I would not be tweeting, just to hype you up, because I know,
just to get you going. Yeah, and just ready. But then suddenly it's all out in the public, and you weren't expecting it to be in the public. And even though they have the rights to put that out, technically, it's still hey, you should have given them a heads up or something.
Yeah, and it's very clear based on OpTic's response. Hex now has part of his vlog talking about this. The players and the teams were not made aware of this. And then the fact it lasted a full 24 hours after you got people like Scump calling you out, clearly as the COD League social media guy. You're either like, yo, this is a banger, or you're talking to your boss like, I slipped up. So we'll see what happens. Scump has called out Call of Duty League a couple times now, and evidently every time he does, they take it back. Ooh, and a situation that apparently has fixed itself, that being Warzone Hackers taking it to a brand new length that no one's really surprised by. It was actually last week, Modern Warzone had a tweet about this. We saw this, we were like, there's no way that's actually a thing. A few days later, Joe Woe and others had the same issue where hackers were just blatantly ending the games whenever they wanted to. Everyone got the win, but hackers were just now ending games.
It's funny to see, the first clip, everyone was like, that's interesting. Not entirely sure if that's true.
It's a glitch.
But then it only takes one other clip, 2 clips total, for people to be like, oh yeah, Warzone people ending games, for sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So acceptable because there's so many problems with the game.
And then once you see those clips go around, you got to imagine all of the hacking groups are like, yo, how do we do this? So we're contacting this group, and this is how, and then it just spreads like wildfire. We see it time and time again. It was kind of funny though, because in those clips, instantly when the games end, you go to everyone's comms and everyone's like, just frick you hackers, man, you're ruining my life. And
well, then you hear the one guy in the background like, yeah, we just hacked your game. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, is that really like, did you have fun doing that?
Like,
I don't
that
understand.
was his goal for the day. A 20-second game, a nice little dub, and that, yes. But apparently, days later, Raven Software announced the issue was fixed. The issue not fixed still is the actual hackers. Just yesterday, a 25K tournament just swarmed this way and that. So Raven Software's like, don't worry, they're not going to end the games instantly. They're just going to pester you now throughout the entire game.
Right, but like fixed, as we know, like they fix the stim glitch every single time. They ban so many people every single time, which fixes the problem. So you never really know in these situations.
We will see if they keep up the ban waves because they need as many as possible. The Warzone hacking issue, it continues. Surprise, surprise. Oh, this is actually a really fire topic. All of you guys out there who follow G2 Carlos, he's been sparking up some beef and banter of his own. In case you missed it this past week, he's going at FaZe Clan yet again. Speak of the devil, it's actually Nadeshot now in a recent stream speaking out as to why he has blocked Carl and G2 and Cloud9 as to what he says. He has had his time trash talking. He's done with it. He doesn't want to see, himself being used for impressions, and he doesn't want to see that kind of stuff on his timeline because he knows ultimately he'll be triggered by it. He'll eventually respond, and then people like us will probably use it for content.
About it. Right. Interesting. I mean, again, I want to reference back to the Thorin situation because that makes sense why he didn't ever engage with any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's so I don't want to deal with it. I know I'll get involved. And old school Nadeshot would have gotten heated.
Oh, 100%, right? Especially when he was competing. But to his point, I definitely see both sides. We love what Carl does. He definitely sparks some trash talk that can be really, really ride the line, especially with FaZe Clan. But to Nadeshot's point, every time he were to engage, we would have to cover it. He's the most prominent and well-known owner as a former player and, of course, creator himself. So he puts himself in a bind, and he knows if he were to get triggered and respond and have a faulty step anywhere, a bunch of people would be on him for things he's done in his past.
And it's so out of character for him versus Carlos. That's just his thing at this point.
He's kind of built his brand around it.
He's come out the other day he tweeted, he was like, yeah, all this between FaZe is literally just banter. If anyone's actually harassing anyone, then I'm gonna block you.
But by the same time, to that I'm like, Carl, though, if FaZe responds, he has things built to say right back to them, as he has done time and time again. But Nadeshot has now come forward and said while he has blocked G2 and Cloud9, he wants no part in any of it. And very lastly, for all of you guys out there, yes, yet again, a Warzone hacking story. This one in particular, a very weird instance because Call of Duty actress, that being Alex Zedra, she plays the Call of Duty character known as Mara, also a frequent Twitch streamer. She had called out at least one person. She had hosted a Twitch streamer known as Icy Vixen. Come to find out the next morning, Icy Vixen was hacking during a tournament. And then we stem even further into it because Icy Vixen's partner, who also streams and hacks on Twitch, that being Bearded Banger, of course.
Just Bearded Banger, oh man, I would hate to run into Bearded Banger.
When your beard, I guess I can't speak of this. When your beard first comes in, guys, and you just go right to Twitch and I'm gonna lock down this name. I'm the Bearded Banger.
Absolutely.
I can't do that, unfortunately.
Seeing some of those clips was just pretty interesting, after the accusations came out.
Oh, it
was so bad because you would go, seeing a clip of him talking on stream and being like, no, babe, look at my KD. And it's why are you trying to talk about your KD when people are saying you're hacking? Why is what your KD going to help at all?
Yeah, and then ever said, just the entire situation is something we have never seen in any other game before because most of the games don't have actresses who also stream and played a character in the game itself. Both have ever since been suspended on Twitch for that hacking, with several clips being revealed throughout all of this. So a wild situation, and the first ever hacking couple has now been banned on Twitch. Thank you all for watching. We hope you guys all enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you guys back here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye.